Well, I'm excited as well, though.
She's a PRX? Oh, I see.
Martin in on the Yoru. It's something we've seen him on other maps, but he's been mostly sticking
Breeze,
to Jet,
bro.
and then the rate going back
I
to the
hate
Jet for,
watching this
I
shit
believe,
map.
maybe even the first time in this
T-spawn
team.
merchants
He's been
all
playing
the
a lot of
time.
different agents. He's been playing duelists, but the Jet hasn't been something he's been
Does he have a
pulling
foot
into
cam?
often. So back to that superstar role. Good opportunity for him to strut his stuff, and someone we know
He does.
has the ability to do so.
Sees his
But yeah,
feet.
this is a map where I wouldn't say there's too many where Fnatic have looked comfortable, but after their initial defeat to GX, they've looked fantastic on this map.
Martin has snuck all the way up
my
close,
god,
fighting Durka on
Durka
a
just got
dry
so
peek.
outplayed because of that
Not a bad
camera.
start, catching him completely off guard and sending Fnatic into a bit of a frenzy. They can't contain that A side anymore. Playing a little bit further back on the stairs, it'll be Chronicle spotting for walk-ups. The real idea from the defensive side.
Well, I know YouTube uploads because I stopped paying Aiden.
Cypher set up for the cam for mid.
I'm just kidding. This kid takes so much money from me and doesn't upload.
This is going to help them sneak out of position that we've seen before. Shock dart kills coming in on.
Yo, you know what I have to applaud you guys on, chat? You guys notice every skin, every gun buddy, every classic. You guys just notice it all. And I'm sitting there like, yo, what are these guys talking about? What gun buddy?
Element of surprise is what he's relying on, or his teammate Shin somehow picked
And
up two.
you guys just notice the weirdest things.
Well, Alpha can't find Martin. That'll close it. Surprise. And it's not that he performed poorly, but the fact that he's gotten so much better.
He retrialed, didn't he? Like,
I believe so, yeah.
He was one of the players that he wasn't just given.
Okay,
the
chat,
spot.
can we
They
talk
said,
about
okay,
Rossi
you can
and
fight
narrate
the
for a
spot.
second?
He earned it.
Do you know how hard it is
They earned
to go to a
themselves spot
completely
the first
different
Masters,
country
looking to do it and get themselves into
and
a second.
perform
That's
the way
also
they
the line with
performed?
this match. Obviously, no longer an elimination.
That's
game.
legit
There is a lower
respect.
bracket, which will give them another chance to try and qualify, but it's always nice to try and do it the first time.
Okay, bro. Every time Ye gets brought up.
There. And with the rest of the Fnatic players pushing down mid, the drone will quickly clear any information that's needed for KC.
Yeah, all around the back of Pyramid,
So
wide open
dumb.
as well. Nice and easy take, and the plant to be acquired. But here's the thing, Fnatic are getting up close there. They're even spamming the wall, lighting Magnum down to 1 HP.
Oh god, they're giving this guy the
steps up for
craziest
two.
start.
One player dropped already. Anything else is going to be damaged, and there it is.
Martin's gonna have ult, right? For third
Magnum
round?
on low HP has to be so careful. Still shock darts in play for Leo, but he won't get a chance to use them here.
I mean, not a
Forced
bad
into
eco,
open
though.
fights,
Really good
taking down
eco.
Another. It's already been so costly for the side of KC. Shock dart in, it's good,
Oh
but Magnum
my
repositions.
God.
Just about
That was a
dodges
good
that
shock,
death blow.
too.
With a player
stream
further
quality bad?
back, you know, at this point, Leo, 20 HP and a rifle. He could save it through to the next.
Liz,
For a
thing the
fight
prem.
instead, oh, he would have had it, but he'd already committed to the save. The weapon will be carried forward to the next, and damage will most certainly be done to the KC side, losing 3 players.
Is there beef with
Losing one of
Nate
the
shot?
rifles
Oh,
as well
Jesus
is
Christ.
definitely going to be one of the worst
Oh,
cases
Jesus
for them
Christ.
in these
No.
sort of rounds. And I'll actually be curious to see how much they reinvest into the next round. Are they just going to play with the 2 guns that they've kept through? Are they going to try and
Oster's about to farm.
fully
I actually think
invest into this
Fnatic...
next
Okay,
one,
never mind.
try and
I
get
hope
themselves
Fnatic
off to a
win.
good
I don't
start?
think Fnatic's gonna win, but I hope
By
they
the way,
win.
be
Is
a
he
little
ult?
bit
No, he
more
doesn't.
forgiving. If they come in and beat Fnatic, they
3
would've done it
pistols. I
twice.
swear to
At the
God,
end
if
of the day,
Fnatic
this
loses this
season
round to 3
doesn't chalk up
pistols.
to too much of an impressive feat for either squad, right? When you talk about the teams they're beating, what is it, Koi, GX, and Gentlemates?
They should.
Okay, bro.
Gentlemates
Really?
is decent, but the other 2 proved to be no
It
contest.
depends on the day.
Also true. Yeah, week 1, week 2, Koi, very different from what we saw later on. Same thing can be said for Giant X.
And for mates. There's some weeks they'd get 12 rounds total. Sometimes they get it in a map.
Yeah. So it's a big scalp to take either way for either of these squads. It'll be the biggest victory for them thus far. You can see a slow approach to this round with KC having so many weaknesses. It's not like they're going to look for
Alpha's low as
fights
fuck.
with most of their players. You can see Narrate trying to force a duel with a Randall in hand. Durka's worrying me a little bit. He could drop out of here and cause absolute chaos. But we've seen this aggressive
It's like a
position before. The
mid
idea just to
B
catch any
fake?
late
Oh yeah,
pushes
they're faking
down.
mid B and going
Play
mid A.
comes in towards the doors. Players getting
Actually,
close.
a TP.
Nah,
just
Chronicle
below.
has this.
It's almost right next to him. We could have Yoru on Yoru action at any moment.
Oh, God.
Chronicle, though, under a little bit of pressure. He goes down. That could be another gun into their hands.
Okay.
He's at least taken down 1, but that was only a pistol player. So a real opportunity for KC to
Durka,
get themselves
it's all
an
you.
upgrade.
All you, brother. All you, my dog. Thing is, they're going to be aware in a
He's
second.
still sticking around. That position could be very valuable in mid, but no one is making their way towards it.
Nah.
Holding off on the doors, not good for post-plant. Players on site need to stay alive. Aggressive spots.
Yo, this
Martin
kid is
good.
insane.
Take the first. That's Boaster down. Durka even putting out the decoy. Not following up on the back of it. They're just biding their time and taking these fights. Eventually it has to come through. The rate dropped. Okay, site control isn't great, but the flying from Tamazi is expected. Leo turned on a dime to take him down. Now the site control doesn't really have that backup, but the time's running low, as is the HP for KC. Tucked in, Magnum doesn't stand a chance, and what can you do from Martin's spot?
I mean, they lost a lot of guns, but it's fine.
Fnatic,
Good job,
they really
good job.
managed to slide
back immediately.
A good chance indeed. Off rip. We're going to see Martin pop the ult, move towards A, and see that it's wide open yet again. Fnatic have been pretty content to play.
Fnatic think these guys potentially are doing the fake, where Yoru just TPs back here and then exits at B.
No, he doesn't. He's just using the ult close to yellow, causing confusion.
Does Vandal clear?
Down Durka, huge impact in this round already in pushing and pulling. Fnatic getting the site control and a plant on the back of it, but Chronicle picks up one. He's made this a bit more manageable for the squad. Sure, Fnatic have a
like
weakness
Texture
still.
uses Phantom.
Boaster coming in with a stinger, upgraded at least.
On Breeze.
The Viper's pit now puts a thorn in the side of this Fnatic retake,
Bro.
and that makes it a little bit worse. That late lurk out of Tamazi too.
Oh, they're just shooters, man. They're just shooters.
Martin picking up the kill instead.
Yeah, they had to
Yeah,
double
stream,
up.
look at this
There was
save.
2 players in a crossfire in mid, just waiting for that player to attempt to rotate. And now Tamazi's even going to go hunting. Now, he doesn't have a mass amount of finances himself, but I think he's heard the steps. He knows that Boaster's already trying to wrap back into the site.
You think you can get less on your team next year? I don't know. Some people are telling me he speaks English. Some people are telling me he doesn't. I know he took lessons.
There's now 3 players looking to try and wrap in and take those guns.
All I know
away,
is Les is a fucking
hold on as long as possible.
fucking guy. That's a guy right there.
KC. Fnatic come in with a couple of pistols. The rifles on Leo and Alpha will have to do a lot of work to make this one doable. And add to that, Narrate's expecting there to be.
I respect that though. Boaster dropped his gun
Chronicle and Durka, as it happens,
to his star.
for the outlaw to
That's some shit I would do.
some of these players, and the one tucked in that corner is one shot to this weapon.
You can see the gamble this time with the A site being the heavier presence. That's where they put Alpha. He's been a little bit out of the action so far. So I know a decent performance yesterday, but it took him a little while to get started. A slow first half.
You take Jugma on your team or no? Of course.
Solid.
Insane.
Dirk has been spotted and Ops to
Unfortunately, I don't have a team or an org
show a little bit of support.
or any prospects. I'm just sitting here like a bum.
Looks like that young Turkish player is going to come under pressure after all.
Without a doubt, KC stacked up for A. Alpha about to be revealed. He'll step into the cage. He'll catch the decoy. The Hunter's Fury slows.
That was actually a guy running in. Oh, Alpha, big kill.
Even closer. Now tucked in the corner. I mean, he's not getting.
Oh, we
out
got
of here,
2.
surely.
We got 2.
One more kill makes it worthwhile. Buys time for Leo to get into position and catch Martin completely unaware. A shot onto Shin leaves Tamazi alone against the whole squad of Fnatic. A flank underway from
And there's a
Durka.
flank too.
Chronicle and Boaster holding sight, but it will be Durka with the challenge.
Gorgeous,
In fact,
gorgeous.
no. With limited time, Tamazi has to go forward unless he was going to save, which I thought was the
No
call.
time. He loses.
Either way, that will be denied. It will be impossible for KC to find any value.
Dirk. Oh boy.
This could give them that early stack up or even an early rotation.
Chronicle saved his knife as well.
With no one being
Oh
here.
boy. GG.
Quick CP in, decoy leading the charge. First to be hit, perhaps.
taking out our
it's
Molly?
Chronicle, and Boaster dropped by the man himself. Martin's having one hell of a start to this. Even last round, you saw Alpha having to constantly switch his crosshair back and forth, wary of that TP, and that's exactly why the damage is done. And Fnatic, seconds into the round, Tom, they're faced with a retake or a save.
Yeah,
So actually, how does that happen?
It's the switch up of composition. Obviously, this is one we've already seen before. It's not anything particularly new, but it was one that worked versus Fnatic because of how disruptive and aggressive it is. And I
Well,
think for
this
KC,
Molly was late
this is
because
the perfect
he
composition.
threw a
You have
knife
2
first,
players
which is
that
fine.
fit
But I feel like the
magnificently
Viper should be
within that
mollying this
bracket,
corner
just
here fast.
Lunatics.
Instead of mollying
Like,
entrance,
you
molly
look at
this.
Martin, you look at
Because they
Narrate,
have
they are willing to do
2
whatever is
people
called.
that are running
They
it.
run straight into the site
They have
together,
Narrate and
they
Martin
trade off each other
that they have to kill
perfectly.
first.
That's the case most of the time.
So
You can say
mollying the
Martin,
entrance doesn't
he's
really do you
expected
much
to
good.
Either get one or die, and then you have Narrate as the follow-up. Well, as you said, so far Narrate, it's again giving me some flashbacks.
Oh my god.
This is already
man.
the second time, by the way.
They're
that he's
walking
had
up
this
middle
ult,
as he does this.
just based on the amount of kills he's getting. And they're actually going to try and use that Hunter's Fury
Oh
to get
my god.
themselves a
Oh
freebie.
my god.
Huge
Oh
shaking
my
out
god.
Alpha
It's
here
so
is a
broken.
massive kill on the
It's
site as
so
well. You mentioned
broken.
Chronicle here with his ult, but may not even have an opportunity to use it. In fact, he's gone.
Like, what is he
Dirk
supposed to
managed one as a
do?
trade, but with the site fallen completely, the ultimate lost, it may be irrelevant.
That's a nasty spot out of Narrate as well. It doesn't look like he's going to get value from the rotations of Fnatic back through, but filling back in that space. The late flank, I doubt will play any role. He's going to go for it anyways. All they have to do on side is delay, and they've got exactly what they need for that. Close flash from Martin. Gate crash out. Staggered them. Narrate stays down by the doors, and here's his reward for his patience. Boaster's cross, completely unaware. There's the snake bite confirming his position. Narrate. He's going to have a smile on his face after that one, and I think that kill has forced Fnatic into a save. But here's the thing. Narrate grabs a kill on the doors, and he says, I know where you like to save. He's going to get it there a step ahead of them and try to pick
Are you going to watch the second game? I'm watching every game today.
Any weapons from their hands, make this a much more difficult next round, and his positioning, his timing is perfect. But Fnatic don't go all the way to the site. They're playing inside, then they're right back on course.
You can choose who you want to play. Yes, I understand what that means.
I've ran into a
and
couple
as
of
in the words, but what,
they
how?
couldn't get over, and it looks like it's not getting any better.
Durka just get out up.
Pause to change things up, and that's when Narrate says, I'll take the operator. Screw following up Martin. He's just going to go straight into the angles, take the fights, drop Durka, and that's a big player.
Please don't swear I'm watching with my brown mom.
That's not a trap I think I've seen before. My goodness, they really have extended the range.
Just kidding. Just jokes.
At least if he quadruple updraft, he'll still get caught.
If you're the guy that bumps into that trip, you're just going to be infuriated. It's like, where I could have walked anywhere else.
I've never seen
this, though. I feel like it's more likely that Alpha's dead before they walk into the trip.
That trip is low-key kind of nice.
His dash. It almost worked. I'm on the crossfire aggressively.
Oh, yes!
Chronicle. Okay, he's definitely not sleeping anymore. 3 kills in this round. Denied any space into the site. Shin's still standing though, and this man is always good in the clutch.
Oh my god, Durka got out up there too, and they still held it.
Almost got the better of him. There's a drone on the way.
Spike planted.
His reposition will be spotted, most likely.
Oh, gorgeous ping.
Revealed. And they can approach this one together. Boaster and Leo. Leo's clutches have been out of this world. Another reveal goes through. They know exactly where he is. Shockey's on the way. Shin around the left, looking for the angle. He could isolate a duel, and he did, but the shot wasn't landed, and now this becomes so much more difficult. First snake bite used, buying a little bit of time, another chance, but this time not hit either. Snake bite's good. He saw it land. He knows he's safe for a moment, but hold on, there's a little bit of a gap. They've tapped it, and Shin doesn't want to go swinging. He's only 57 HP. Pros don't fake, but this time they did. It doesn't matter.
Wait, he has that molly?
The have plenty of time left
the second one?
Across the line. There's that third
he bounced it up the smallest ledge.
Took a bit of a gamble. Like
Durka was there, waiting for Narrate and Martin to emerge. A free kill on the operator. Good control for him as well. That's the kind of wall that we've seen.
Durka went back to B after. Good reposition.
Pushes, but the attempt to counter it has not worked out this time.
Really good reposition.
One of the better starts that Fnatic have been able to find.
Yeah, he was the man that when you look back to Fnatic's battle versus Na'Vi, they won this map.
Cypher full retake A because it's 5v4. They don't really have to play for the A-bomb site. It's so much easier to retake.
He was running right.
There's only 4 players you have to deal with.
In full force that day.
Only scary thing is Narrate's up.
That's for the cam. If it was going to be there on that side of the map, it isn't. Tamazi, though,
well played.
Trying to find something. Now, this is a round where already losing Martin, he has been the real danger man so far in this matchup.
Nah.
Hunting. And well, he finds his prey, but loses the duel.
Really nice setup. Magnum's shock dart. Tamazi getting aggressive on B, tries to draw rotates, in fact ends up
30 seconds
bringing
left.
3 players to the B side. Like you said, Tom, Fnatic had trouble with this before.
This is a now what?
Because
they have an op in the bomb site.
That yet again, despite their fake not working as intended.
Okay, good Yoruel.
Back through. Dimensional drift from Durka. The human drone clearing all of these angles, spotting one on the backside. A second about to be seen. That's the operator now. Taken stock of, and I think they might even have caught Shin. Flash as he's back into this corner. Somewhere he's found so much success in the past. And now an angle that forces Shin into taking another fight. Alpha will win.
Oh, God.
And the decoy even tanks the first shot of the operator, but the Blade Storm backup is good enough to win the day. 2 versus 2. And the spike still to be defused. Nice shot.
That's just
from
so
Narrate.
immature, though.
Even at the blades ready again, just in case Leo was that little bit closer. And the tap draws him out into the open. The dash used one knife at a time. He'll close this one out as the seconds fade. And Leo, well, he was going to take Tamazi down with him one way or another. That spike was clean. Coming straight in, losing. Cash is in the bin. Pistols for the most part, rifle for Durka. And listen, he can get a lot done with that if he's given the space. But look at KC's approach to the round. No risks being taken, no over-aggression. Everybody, in fact, 4 players are practically in their spawn, just watching for these pushes with a little bit of aggression sprinkled in from Narrate on Tube, looking for a pick with this operator. And I think that's what a lot of this round comes down to. Slow pace.
Billy said having initiators, less map control.
Ensuring that they don't end up running into a stack with these
yes,
weaker
because
weapons.
you don't actually have the space.
It's the only place that Fnatic can really hope to find value outside of Durka just popping off. And, well, he's about to have a challenge. Tamazi is moving up to mid, looking for this fight, and Durka's almost caught by the timing. Almost caught again by the timing.
Watch with Sliggy? Yeah, he doesn't really talk that much.
Magnum, though, has already been able to catch one in the back. Again, Tube becoming a frequent issue for the side of Fnatic.
Oh! We'll take it, we take it, we take it, it's fine. Durka, all you.
They're in a deficit.
I'll go fuck myself.
To get something, and Magnum has caused them so many issues. The X-player exterminating Fnatic, and now Boaster, Stinger, 1 versus 3. Last time they played this versus Na'Vi, he had 1 kill in the entire
Fnatic
match.
can get the next 2 rounds, we're good. These guys have double duelists, and you know they're going to get aggressive on defense.
He's yet to get on the board. Been finding assists here and there. We know that that Viper utility has been having value. There's no doubt about it, but
Toxins going up.
at least
Wait,
removing
Boaster doesn't have a
extra
kill?
weapon, making things that little bit more costly. There isn't the same backup cash for KC, but to be honest, we're getting towards the latter stages of the half. The value of it does start to become more insignificant.
Well, he's about to get one.
Okay,
I don't know if he's about to get one. I'm not jinxing him.
Won't be much left to play for. Oh, that's a disaster for Boaster. I mean,
They just make fun of us for not having
The funny thing is
kills.
that's you if you were playing. 100%. You'd have said it
Fucking
much
bullies.
if I'm on Jake's team, to be honest, that'd still be. You gotta give it some time. So, well, 2 rounds left to play for. Good money for KC no matter what. And the real issue for Fnatic is it. Look, it can be an okay half, 7-5. Just doesn't seem like we're on track for that sort of result. And KC so far have control. They have the more convincing rounds under their belt.
No op in play. They have KO ult, so ult. Okay, I like this from Durka. Gets max info. They're playing retake A again. No eyes on A though. Viper, Cypher B, and they're hitting B. They don't have a... Wait, they have Viper, Cypher ults. Wait, this is possible.
Managing to pick off Chronicle.
Oh my god.
This time they are
Boaster,
pushing
please.
into the Viper Cypher. Normally a lot of delay, but Narrate's already through. He's already in. Boaster's gone within seconds, and actually so is Alpha. This is meant to be a setup that's difficult to break down. They've just walked in like they own the place. Even with an ultimate use, there's barely even a tickle of damage. They're just going to have to save. And in fact, there's not anyone left to save. Leo's running away. The rest of the team are already dead. KC are utterly dominating right now.
And they're not giving him any quarter either. Look at Shin's spot. He's waiting on A. They know this player hasn't fully wrapped back yet. Don't know if they will clear this angle. In fact, they did. They definitely
I mean,
will.
it's looking like a guy,
Guns
dude.
looking, shots fired. Good connection by Leo. That's 2 under his belt already. Another 1v1 fight. It's not even for the round anymore. It's only for the weapon in his hands. For the few credits that they could string through because they're low on credits. They need this. 3, 4. In fact, Leo standing alone against all of KC. Again, even the ace wouldn't win him the round, but style points would certainly be accrued. 4 bullets left, a player right on top, and Shin finally takes him down.
Absolute pleasure to watch. He's
And then
15
flashing
4
off
right
the
now, by the
wall
way,
and then
is Leo.
TPing?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm seeing?
They're unable to get anything done in the early stages of the round, and by the time he's actually doing damage, well, it's already over. Viper's Pit has actually been used.
So what do you fucking do versus that?
That's how
You
much they
literally,
padded
if
up
you're a
in that
Cypher or a
position.
Viper, your only hope is to play one guy here and one guy here. You cannot play these close angles.
It comes down and blocks the double doors.
You can't play here or here, you just lose.
Tamazi moving around that area, and he's been lurking to catch these Fnatic players on rotate. They haven't had 3 players towards the site. 1 is stuck inside the pit, but there is ultimately another 2 here to fight. It looks like they made the right read on the side of Fnatic. Lost 1 player on the way through, almost lost Leo, but he's just about holding on.
This is
The
it.
Viper's
This is
Pit
his
going
round.
up causes problems. Orb retrieved. You won't see that for too much longer. And put on the right-hand side of sight with Boaster dropped. That pit inside the tube is now gone. It's wide open. And the cage used actually buys a little space for Tamazi. Nice shot. Alpha's keeping it competitive. Still a 3v3. Still the spike needs to be planted. Magnum is sitting way, way back, but he's on his way now, spike in hand, to grab this plant actually around the side. He's going for where the orb is.
Fuck this new era. I'm not coming back. I'm just gonna watch party.
Give them vision off it if they were to fall back. A lot of damage still done onto Leo. Durka as well is going to be desperately low on HP. And Magnum's already going to find out the danger man. Can Durka
I'm not fucking leaving.
He's not going to last much longer. And now it's left all onto Alpha. He'll meet the same fate on the map choice.
So far, we need to see Fnatic show up. And this
wait a second.
Round, yes, a good start for Alpha here. That's what we want to see.
Well, 9-3.
Alpha's ghost on this map is disgusting too.
They want it.
They did.
I'm not saying they're going to do it again because this has been a very different look. Been incredibly clean, but
huge split.
Just giving you the facts. This round looking pretty good. Tamazi needs to connect the shot. And while
nice. Well played.
Looking to not just win this round, but win
well
it clean.
Played, guys.
Not a single player even really taking.
I feel like this is low-key just a guy diff, though.
The ideas, though, are what I'm always curious about, because in these rounds, you're not going to win in 1v1 duels. Instead, you're going to use your numbers a lot of the time. The knife catches two, but they might not know those two are
when
up
both duelists on the other team are just farming,
back towards this A site.
It's pretty hard.
Looks like Fnatic will have an easy time taking it, as all 5 players are on our screen from KC. Sat over towards B. They're going to be quite a while behind, and even the flank will be spotted by a trapwire, so no real dangers just yet for Fnatic in round 2.
No, like they managed to do a decent bit of damage themselves, but you can see that KC, they've always been a team that have been incredibly good. If they want to force,
they should get a clean round at least.
Or even coming in,
they're just gonna die to bomb.
But in this scenario, they've just decided to go for absolutely nothing.
I respect
they've
that.
Invested only into utility that will be used in the next round, and I guess
Boasters, today's performance reminds me of you. Okay,
they don't want to
Luigi.
spend any of their credits and get right back into the
for
buys,
that.
which, to be honest, thus far, they have been fantastic. So I definitely can't blame them. By the looks of it, they don't even want to give up the orbs. You can see Alpha is going to be sent on the hunt, only has a pistol. Boaster can do the same. He's always going to be clean with it. Nice couple of kills, extra orbs. Maybe not the player that you'd necessarily want going for it, just because the ultimate you get on the other side. And the remainder are now just going to look to try and die to the spike.
Mission success. 9-5. 4-round gap for Fnatic.
Kind of weird.
2 rounds strong time again. Narrate loves a bit of aggression, but there's not many players.
Hey, motherfucker, that talked about map control. You hear yet? That's what I mean by map control.
That's where the push is coming through.
Tamazi, the newfound Cypher as of this season, is going to try and do it all. He's been very good in these scenarios, but Chronicle has bodied him. An extra little bit of information, and they've sent in all that utility. And the rotation came in from KC, but they've opted to just give it up on Fnatic.
It's a good cancel, though. And these guys left A main. Nobody flanked around. Instead, they went back, so now they have to know
because that was their Cypher setup. That is
that it could be A. Problem is, they don't have a wall. Their Viper wall still B.
And although there's a couple of players close, if this is going to be an A take from Fnatic, it's not really going to be much for their opponents.
Wait, they're incorrect. They're so convinced it's going to be B off because of this wall.
Still around this area, they had Shin on his way back, but the call's being made to focus more on middle. That will leave them with the site wide open, and a spot that Narrate occupied earlier for great value. Alpha will now do much the same.
Did you see a YouTube video where they explain the Shanghai format? I have not.
For someone to walk right past, and the steps are being heard. There's 2 that he can hear on his way. We can see Narrate is close as well. Big opportunity for Alpha here, and he converts it. 2 kills. The Fnatic squad now seem to have this one locked in. The damage done to Magnum is significant. Double flank on the double doors. This is going to leave no room for KC to get onto that site. Boaster just needs to slow them down.
He got one!
There's his first kill. He's on the board. As our Fnatic, not just with 2 in a row, they're about to make it 3.
Fuck.
Shin is still here. He's still trying to do a little bit of damage before he falls, but Fnatic would...
Yeah, I don't know what Boaster's favorite map is, but if I had to guess his least favorite, it might be this one. I don't know why I say that. Go watch the last one they played.
Well, again, Tamazi's going to be left.
Good dart. Great dart.
To defend. Sheriff in hand, rotation has been pulled.
Oh, I wish they committed.
You can see the hesitation from KC.
Okay, they're in.
After the last round where this same sort of execution was
I love this. They're taking their time.
Might not have expected a full commitment this time, but that's exactly what they've got. All 5 players.
Nice, Leo.
Looking now to try and retake, and there is an incredibly long flank coming out from Althea, but I think the round will be over before he gets
as always.
Yeah, he's actually flanking for the next round.
Clean round. Let's go. They have to pause. They have to pause. Also, there's an ad in 7 minutes. Good luck, guys.
I'm flanking.
I've got 2. Leo, the more I wonder if there's just some sort of a statistical error.
Go through the.
with
Oh my God.
stats.
Oh,
Scott
big,
doesn't
big,
seem
big
to
that he
die.
missed.
Narrate. Oh, he's out of here. He is out of here. Dash at least secures him a second lease of life. Tamazi becomes the new target. Durka up close, not going to be caught by a decoy, but TPing onto the backside.
Wait,
now. Good
Fnatic might win.
Promise the wall drops, but Martin behind the wall of his own swings out.
Durka, good diff, good diff.
Fnatic keep the control and extend upon it.
They only have op. They can't retake. Save, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think the call
Oh my
has been
God.
made. A save yet again. A lot of these rounds have gone down
Yo,
like that.
fuck your
Burst of aggression
jinxes, dude.
and an
It
immediate
doesn't
save
matter. We don't need that.
Yeah, it seems like both sides. A lot of the rounds have been completed within the first 30-40 seconds. It's been very, very fast-paced
Have some
gameplay.
faith.
And I don't think either team have really been able to adapt to it. I also
Liz,
just
you're
like
falling
the
for this
fact
shit
that
too?
we've
I thought you were
seen
better
a
than
the
that.
combination of utility to initially take out Tamazi. As I said, he's been a target. That's someone, I don't know if that's the research being done by Fnatic, just to go, okay, they like to leave this man out to dry. Let's just pressure him, be it with utility, be it with even putting the last burst of the Hunter's Fury to try and take him out. And then they even just had this sort of fast-paced push to make sure that nobody could really get back into position, because they already had
Pros
them
go into settings
locked
right
out of the
after
site.
dying?
Fnatic are doing it again. 9-3 down.
I don't
We
think
saw
that
it
that's a
yesterday.
common thing.
Obviously, people put a lot of that onto Liquid. I think a lot of the fans have gone, okay, you can't win from advantages, but I'm guessing Fnatic are starting to prove that maybe it's just them.
I just
Audio?
see
Yeah,
Leo
maybe.
get
Actually, I've seen
killed
some
by
streamers
someone.
do that. When pros are streaming, does that. As soon
That was not a retake as a group. That was Martin trying to fight the world.
See, this right here, having this map control and Narrate staying here and them not pushing him back,
we need to see them starting
might
to
lose them
actually
the game.
work a little bit better.
Because they could just overstack B,
Coordinated
because
unit.
Narrate
Now
just
they
has
have
all of
actually
A.
changed things up a little bit, looking to try and stack up some control here. The problem is,
Not
weaponry
pushing
they
this
have
guy
is an
back
awful lot worse.
is
Other than the
really
having
bad.
Operator, and that's why they've left him
That's what they
solo
were doing
now.
on Icebox yesterday. I didn't like it.
Fnatic have done very well in these rounds to avoid any sort of stacks that you see going down. I think weaker buy.
They have to be aware mid, but if Viper or even somebody from here holds mid or the camera holds window, it doesn't really matter.
These setups, ult used by Durka. And this is going to be the little bit of information for the squad. I actually
Okay,
don't
this is
think
broken though.
that he saw a Magnum on the way through. But definitely 2 towards the backside. There's the flash. Magnum spotted now, but he won't be taken down. It's
Hey,
Magnum that catches
W
a jump on him, but
sacrifice.
Chronicle with double trades.
W.
Keeping the numbers favored, keeping a bit of side control, forcing Shin into the open. He didn't want to leave Tamazi out to dry this time. Narrate
Okay, Leo's dead. We might lose.
Nice shot from the side. Another. They keep peeking
We
the
lost.
up. Now they beat Tamazi. A mistake. They
Boaster,
might not
this
live
is
to
it.
regret. Double digits on the cards for KC in this
Aw,
of all
shit.
rounds. And it's a reveal on Boaster that gets it. A wonderful trip.
Feel heavy.
Came up big. And again, they've swapped their setup.
And it's
They're putting that operator
it
in.
doesn't
As
happen
they've been
often,
pressuring
but
Tamazi
when
so
it does
much that
happen,
they are starting to give him a little bit of extra support.
just sucks.
Making those adaptations.
Cam certainly being spotted, as has Tamazi. But they might expect that means the traps are towards B. But like we've said, setup changes. A site traps.
oh, he's
now.
not feeling well?
If Fnatic do go back in that direction,
Yeah, that
I'll
doesn't
be a little
help.
surprised by what they run into, and it looks like there is a shift. But it's not just back through spawn. Boaster is taking a little bit of space of his own up through middle. This is going to be spotted by Martin any second now, maybe not. TP used, nobody spotted
It's
outside
just an
of A.
excuse.
So he
Sure thing,
decides to go
Zubair.
back into the spawn, move to B.
You know what you're talking about,
Sticks
Zubair.
around. KC don't have a read on what's going on here. They're waiting for Fnatic to make a move, hoping the traps will be enough on A, hoping the push up from Shin will get them some value, but he's spotted. A good jump off that rope by Durka buys them a second
Oh god, oh
chance at
god,
taking
oh
this man
god.
down.
At least he didn't
Despite
die
the
though.
damage done, no kill for Shin, but they have the info that the A play is
Boaster!
working in. Hunter's Fury burn.
I'm surprised he managed to live to tell the tale, unfortunately. Narrate has not
Massive.
played a big part in the last round. Martin already gone, but Magnum's found a trade.
Boaster is win condition right now. Oh my god, you see our boy? You see him?
Start to see some life in the IGL's individual capabilities, but more importantly, just sticking it out, staying alive, and with the remaining 3 of Fnatic not really giving
y'all better save.
over to the KC members.
Leo knows they're saving. Oh, he's hunting.
To be a save, but with the amount of finances that are still available for Fnatic, they're gonna go hunting.
Oh yeah.
Nice kill by Leo. That reveal is deadly too. It confirms the spot of Tamazi. There's players swarming up to move towards the spawn to catch him in nest. Although, they won't get there in time. It's
Leo
finds it, and of course, try to dish out death to Leo. He's
here.
Having some trouble. Now this round again, it has a few pieces that could do damage.
Push B, delay halls.
More importantly, the Blade Storm. Other than that, Fnatic massively in the driver's seat.
Yeah, they're avoiding the knives, so they're just hitting A.
The other side. This was the plan all along.
Is it a fake, or are they actually hitting?
Out of Fnatic.
Oh, they're just holding.
2 presence, flank watched as well. It looks like Boaster's got a little setup for us. There's snake bite lineup coming through. It looks like it.
TP after.
The gate crash is going to be spotted out and pursued. In fact, it's going to be destroyed, but the fake was used instead.
I wonder.
For Fnatic,
are they going to hall split now?
Of KC in. They know that with all the presence they showed, that those
like
rotations will come through. But after the push doesn't come in, KC start to think maybe it's a B play. Maybe they should be rotating back in the other direction and leaving A that little bit more open. Fnatic, well, they go for
this is great calling.
A different setup. I think they're just going to all walk through this door. Clearing it now with the knife, close is clear, and they can make their way to the site. The only danger is Magnum tucked in this corner, but they're very aware of it. And there's going to be a lot of players coming from the other angle. The boxes might protect him, but turning your back to Boaster won't.
No, it had to be a risk. It had to be a huge risk, and with the fact that Fnatic just drops all noise.
Yep, avoided Pi as well. It's gorgeous.
Rotates the entire defense in the other direction. Now Alpha's just looking to try and pad those stats a little bit. No orbs to be gained, but even still, Fnatic are most certainly back in this second half. I didn't think we'd be seeing anytime soon this scoreline equalize, but it does look like that's where we're heading. Unless Narrate has something to say about it. Again, he's still the only player with anything really to play with. Does manage to get himself 1 extra, but even still, he's not going to be able to kill off Leo. The man is invulnerable. He just will not.
You're consistently able to make these comebacks happen. Up against Koi, up against
He's
Liquid,
doing it all.
against KC. I mean, the other 2 you can excuse as teams that
he's feeling himself,
not
though. It's good. He has a good read on the game right now.
I don't know how you make that excuse for KC.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Will give away his position. It's fired off.
Problem is they're gonna hear this.
What's going on, but Durka.
Martine hears all of that.
Spotted Martine in the corner. Cleared out a lot of this site now.
Well, Boaster ran away though. It's huge.
Towards back. Hunter's Fury, not a big fan of the blind
Both
ones,
duelists are so far away as well. Pre-post plant.
Tagging him low and getting them the space to plant the spike.
Yeah, it seemed like Durka.
Yeah, Casey's just getting fucked.
He wanted to check the rest of the site, so I guess Leo just, with utmost confidence, just blind fires it into the place he last saw a couple of players. It's done a little bit of extra damage. The main worry, though, is just those post plants. Like how far away a couple of the Fnatic players are. We've still got a fragment available. Durka's already
get one more, yep.
He's the bodyguard. They've got a backup plan that they might not even need. He's still up close, just looking to try and finally get out of there. But there's Boaster on the mark. A second kill already coming up.
Boaster.
And for Shin, as said, he's attempted many a
Oh, it's just gorgeous. Actually is.
11 to 10. Fnatic now take sprints past everyone and then finishes second on purpose. That's what Fnatic feel like right now. It just seems like every time in that first half of the first map, it's like they're just trying to stroll their way through.
Durka was practicing
again. Narrate has all of A main. Good thing is the cam might see him, but outside of that,
and everybody just switches on.
He leaves it for some reason. And this guy's just hauls kind of useless.
Again, weaponry weak. Again, the focal point.
Like there's no rotation at all. If these two just don't hold it, it's over.
One having a weapon that they can use. Of course, we've spoken about the stingers with this team, but on this map, I'd be impressed.
I mean, this was one of the rounds they managed to win, but you can't forget it was often a rate being in mid, op in hand.
They're still in this setup. Nobody's gone for any info play whatsoever. They're just scared.
It will be much more difficult to do for a number of reasons. Mid is clear, is the first one. No op in play.
I wonder why.
And they've droned it out, sending players through this
and
angle.
Still they haven't moved.
Magnum, Stinger in hand to Mazzy, nothing to work with because he's been domed out by Alfier. Quick shot.
It's just over.
From the op, and well, 45 HP. I'm not believing in this one. Let's see how much the Stinger can do, and it's absolutely nothing. Okay, Narrate. Same position almost.
Rossi?
To find one.
I was just talking about you, bro.
And there you
Talking about you and Narrate.
He got his comeuppance. Alfier on the operator, dishing out exactly what he was dealt earlier. 2 versus 4, almost no chance, and somehow, and I really mean, so I'd like.
You remember any player going plus 40 against you while you were in Optic?
12 to 10 score line in favor of Fnatic. They were 9-3 down at the half. I'm perplexed for other teams.
Don't you dare. Okay, he doesn't know. He doesn't.
There we go. There
That's
we go.
literally the worst spot he could have jumped over to. Shin's gonna get himself an operator. I don't know how long he's gonna get to keep it though, because Chronicle is
Plus
so
40 is kind of crazy.
Martin now hoping that he can maybe grab a gun from this. Other than that, it would be going down to the spike, and instead he's just gonna go down to Chronicle. Oh, online, 12 and 10 for Fnatic. They have dropped just a 6.
Certainly leading when it comes to frags, and
1 round.
well, with 1 round left to go. Hey, KC have got to feel pretty rough. They need to.
He's
find
losing
2.
when it comes to death.
Double what they've got so far. Hey, he's losing when it comes to that. That's true, unless it's a golf score.
I mean, this setup is a little bit better, but again, they have no A main control.
Listen, Durka has an opportunity.
But they're going to take it, I think.
Make his way right
This
up.
might work.
The gate crash. Oh no, the gate crash is.
Oh no, they're bait setup.
Look at the aggressive position though. This
Yoru
was
breaks the
something
thing,
attempted by
or no,
Fnatic
Jet's
and
gonna break it.
worked
Oh
out
my god, they're walking in.
successfully. You can see though that Chronicle is playing anti-flash. His only goal is to dodge that flash. He shoots, and he's gonna go down. Nice work from the side of KC. Finally, some light at the end of a very dark tunnel. Spike down. Alright, it's gonna try and keep hold of that control. Dirk has already been spotted and forced back, but it means they can group up and try and fight this
Yeah,
one.
this kid is
together.
unreal. His aim is unreal.
Alpha looks to try and turn the tide, and Narrate has just taken over this round. In fact, he's even going to get the wall bang at the end.
He's just one
Absolutely nowhere in
here on the attack.
Completely
They go straight to B?
Maybe realizing how much Fnatic has been able to
Oh
find
my
an
god.
opener there.
These guys are
Almost
full
looking
retake
to
B and
play it
playing
as
for
more
mid.
of a retake
This
and
might be bad.
really stack up into this
Oh,
middle
great drone though.
already. Narrate's going to be spotted and forced to retreat. Fnatic have been methodical in being able to clear a lot of these angles.
Shin playing this has to be an anti. He's done this like 4 rounds straight.
Maybe Fnatic are just trying to be a little bit patient, see if Alpha can find them any sort of information. For now, though, hasn't really seen a thing.
Toxin screen down.
Okay, so they're essentially going here to avoid the op.
It'll be a very slow round out of him.
Can't use that.
But that position hasn't been pushed by a little while for Fnatic. Not in that slow late round, but the door will be closed nonetheless. Taking that little bit longer rotation.
Yeah, as long as nobody
push to
gets
the side.
spammed, unlucky.
TP used up, plant to be played in, and on the back of it, Viper's pit to secure it. Now this actually doesn't reach to the plant yet again. It's just locking down a little bit of map control. Good kill by Magnum with the shot, and
Nice,
it's Bolster
Alpha.
down. That's the Viper's pit down and out of the round, and a desperate attempt now for Fnatic to fight back through. The flash is good, but the kills don't come on the back of it. Counter flashes, Hunter's Fury, tagging them up and dropping them. This is KC.
Oh my god, Durka.
fighting back, but
Oh my god.
Alpha, they have other ideas. 4 kills already for Magnum. The IGL needs an ace to take it across the line, and Durka's the man standing in between.
Huge Durka.
He will not find it. KC, no OT after a